Hey pretty people, my name is Shania and welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I am so happy that you are here. In today's video, this vlog is going to be super exciting and super fun because I am going to do various different things with books. Anyways, so in this video I want to share with you a little bit, hopefully I'm not going to take a long time, with the books that I've read and give you a little bit of information about them, tell you which ones you should totally read if you want to get into reading or if you're already a reader. So first here I have Picking Daisies on Sundays, and this book, first of all, I fell in love when I saw it because of the cover. Like, it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. But this book, so first thoughts, when I started reading it, I thought it was cute, but then it felt super like long and kind of boring, not gonna lie, because it just felt like it was going so slow between the romance in the book. The whole book, don't get me wrong, if you like super cute, slow and like comforting books, then this is the book for you, because I feel like that's what it was. It wasn't as like crazy, it was slow, romantic, cute, which at first I was like, this is too slow for me, like I need some action. But as soon as I got, I'm gonna be honest, like halfway, like about there, finally I got some action and I was like so happy about it. So it was a little bit hard to get through in the beginning, not gonna lie, because at first it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to pick up this book and read it. But at the end it was really good, and it was so interesting to see how there was misunderstandings and just you know, the things that they had to go through to finally be with each other. It was finally really good at the end. Overall, this book, I would say I would rate it out of 5 stars, 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars, because I feel like I'm a hard rater like when it comes to books, because this was good and a lot of people loved it, but it's just not a 5 stars for me. Okay, so this book, Redeeming Love, one of the thickest book I've ever read, by Francine Rivers. So this is by a Christian author, right? And this book is a classic. Like, if you're a Christian, you gotta read it. Actually, don't feel forced to read it, because even though I enjoyed this book, it wasn't everything I expected, and it also left me feeling the same way that I felt about that one, but by the end. So it starts out super good, it's super good, but like by the end it drags, like to a point where you're just like, oh my goodness, like why does she keep running away? Because Redeeming Love is based on the story of the Bible, the book of Hosea. So the book of Hosea, I've actually never read it in the Bible, but this book is inspired by the book of Hosea. So Angel, the girl in the story, Angel, was sold into prostitution at a young age. She was a young girl, and so she grows up and this is all she knows in her life, right? And then Hosea falls in love with her, you can say like at first sight, because as soon as he saw her he wanted to marry her. And so Michael Hosea is a man of God. He believes in God, and he believes that she is the woman that God has for him, because he had been praying about it. And so he goes like into this little mission where he goes and visits her at the palace, the prostitution place, and talks to her and tries to talk to her into marrying him. But of course she doesn't believe in love. There's many men that have tried to marry her just because of her beauty, and she doesn't believe in love and hates men because of how she grew up, right? And it is a crazy book. Like, this book is absolutely crazy. So many events happen in this book. The movie is also good, Redeeming Love, but let me tell you, read the book first and then watch the movie, because watching the movie ruined the book kind of for me. But this book, I rated it already. Let me show you how many stars I gave it. I also rated it 3.5 stars. So this is the last book I'm reviewing for you today, and this one is called Before We Were Strangers, and I talked about this book in my other video when I finished it recently. But this one was actually at 5 stars for me because of a lot of reasons. I loved the style of writing of this author. I did not feel bored in any single chapter, maybe not in every single page. I don't think I ever felt bored or like what she was saying was uninteresting, just because she's such a great writer. This is the first book that I've ever read by her. I don't even know how many other books she has. I'm hoping that she has others, because I would totally read them. But since I'm a Christian creator, I do want to say that this book has some spice scenes in it. You know, that was the greatest thing about this book. So the reason why I love this book was because of the characters. Like, the characters both were so well thought out, like the things that they did. You know, one was a photographer, and the girl plays the cello. She's in the music industry. Both of their things that they do is amazing, and the guy in this book loves to photograph her and admires her and just literally loves her for who she is, and I just thought that was so cute. And they're also just best friends. Like, I love best friends to lover books, and so they're best friends in this book. Like, they automatically click and they have fun, and just the way they are together is so cute, so romantic, so like perfect, and I love that for them. But of course they also had their time when they had to be separated, and that was also so good. Like, everything about it was so great. Another cool thing about this book is that it gives you perspective, the perspective of both the girl and the boy, Matt and Grace. And so it's just cool to see both sides, not just the perspective of one character, but that also was really entertaining. I love both parts, the guys and the girls. Okay, so I'm about to update this right now, which is 2 old books that I've read. I think I have 2 or 3 more to update, so that's what I'm gonna try to do right now. Okay, so I think I've shown before that this is my rating system, and then these are the books that I've read so far. I haven't done all of them. I updated these 2 right now, and then I'm working on this one, but I haven't finished this book. I'm about to finish it, but I went ahead and added these little things, and then I can write about it later. But let me show you what I like to put in a book review. First thing is a little picture. You have to do a little picture. That's just what makes it so cute, having a little picture of the book, of the cover. And then I like to write the title, usually in the color of the book. For example, this one's pink. And then I put the author's name, and then I also printed out these little stars just because I don't want to keep drawing them. But you can write like 5 out of 5, 3 out of 5, but I also just like coloring them in, so I print these out on Google Docs. And then I also started writing like one little quote of the book, just so you can have like a little insight of what the book is like. So this one says, "You intoxicate me, Daisy. The scent of flowers lingers on you everywhere you go, and I always want to follow." That's just something that the guy in the book told the girl, and I just liked it because it was so cute the way he said it, and it was like a big moment, I guess, in the book. So then I put the total chapters of the book. I think I'm gonna change this to number of pages, because the number of chapters doesn't say a lot, because some chapters in books are super short and others are too long. And then I put the genre. Most of mine are romance. And then I just write my thoughts, and literally it's so simple, just literally how I felt about the book. It's nothing fancy, you know, it's just my thoughts, like how I felt, what I thought, things I liked, things I didn't like. Hey friends, so we've come to the end of this video, and I just want to talk a little bit about the most recent books I've read, and how I'm doing with my reading goals for 2024. I just need to tell you about my most recent favorite book that I've read. This book was a 5 stars read for me. I read it in like 2 days, like quick. I'm gonna do a review separately on another video, but just know that this book is, you know, in Italy, and it makes me want to go there so bad. And the romance is the cutest thing ever, and it's also a no spice book. Now, I've also read some poetry books this year. This one's by Corey Jane Spalding, Books Close. And I also want to order her newest book, Open Wounds. But this one I liked it, and this one I bought it like not this year, but I've reread it this year. I just really have gotten into poetry, and there is still like three other poetry books that I want to buy this year. And then the one I just finished like a couple days ago is this one right here, If He Had Been With Me, which this was like such an interesting type like of writing. Like the chapters were so like short, and like it just got to the point. It wasn't like the best book for me. The ending definitely shocked me, and I was just like, what? I'm not gonna say why, but yeah. And what I'm currently reading right now is the second book of that one, which is the girl's point of view, the one that I just read, and this is the boy's point of view, and I just started reading it. So once I get through this, I just can't wait to get into something else. Anyways guys, I have here my bullet journal where I wrote my reading goals for the year, and I put that I want to read 32 books and log about them. I haven't counted how many books I've read, but I'll put it here. I just have a feeling that I'm not doing amazing. Like I'm reading, but 32 books and being in August, I don't know if I'm doing great right now. I have a feeling I'm not. So I'm just gonna try to see what I can do about these goals. Okay friends, so I bought this small book card from Target, and it was only $15, which I think it's so cheap. But like it's really cute, and we're about to set it up. First we have this one, which a guy actually recommended to me. So I'm so interested to see what a guy is reading. Like both guys that are into reading, this is what you read. I just know that book has to be good. Okay. I have this one that my sister bought, and she kind of read it but didn't finish, but I want to read it. So I have that one. It's called I Am Blue in Pain and Fragile. Okay. So then we have these two romance books that I got for my birthday in March, and I just haven't been able to get into them. Like these two Christian books, this one, How to Put Love First, and Authentically You that my friend got me. And I've also started it, but I just haven't kept going. So I feel like if I have it like right next to my bed or something, it'll help me. And then the one that I'm currently reading, I literally started so many books. I have the bad habit. But this one I'm also gonna try to keep reading. So that's the books that I have, but like, what should I do with the other ones for now? Let me just see what I can do. So this is how the book card turned out. We have the books that I do want to read this year. Then on the bottom I have all my Bibles. And then on the last one, I decided to put the books that I've read. And so those are the ones I have so far. Well yeah guys, I hope that book card, honestly just seeing it, it's so cute, but I hope that it helps me just with my goals to read more. I'm gonna actually change my goal, because honestly at the beginning of the year with my goals, I was just like, yes, like all these like high expectations, which I think is good to challenge yourself. But as a person that hasn't like read that many books in a year, like I probably read like 4 books a year, and this year to go to 32 is just very unrealistic. So I'm gonna shoot for at least 20 books this year, but let's see how we do with that. So yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to also pick up a book and read, because it is so fun. It has benefits for you, and it is just a great hobby to have. So let's say subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.